Alright, so this is just a little wireless to serial adapter I made. It's got just a poor man's level shifter inside there. That's the only special part in hardware. Of course, you could use some MOSFET-based level shifters from SparkFun or something. So just something really simple. I'll take this off. Try to do it with one hand. It's gonna be interesting. Didn't bend anything. So it's just got two NPN BJTs and just a voltage divider for the downshift. So it just has 4 pins. The serial pins are the yellow ones, and then I've made a red pin black with just a Sharpie. So that's obviously power and ground. And then this just hooks up to the Nano on the UBitx's Raduino board. Alright, so this is it hooked up to the UBitx itself. Currently, to signify a connection, the LED just blinks once a second, which can be a little bit confusing because while it's connecting to your Wi-Fi, it'll also blink, but slightly slower. Or, sorry, slightly faster. So, that's as complicated as that is so far. It's just soldered, or it's got some male header pins soldered to the back of the Nano, rather the top of the Nano, and of course it just needs 5 volts and the serial connections, which is the RX and TX pins through the UART port. It works just fine usually. It's a little finicky just because it's kind of in development still. I had to fix a short on this board before firing it up, just on one of the RX TX pins. So on the computer, zip over here, this is WJSTX. It is currently connected to the UBitx. I'll just prove that real quick. So we're at 10.136 megahertz right now. Just show that on the UBitx. And I'm going to switch it over to 40 meter, which is 7074 for FT8. And we're show it over here. Sure enough, 7074. So that's pretty nice. You can also, of course, enable TX. You can see it's on right there. Hopefully my SWR is not killing anything. So this is only cat control. So it's only Wi-Fi cat control. You don't actually get any audio over Wi-Fi. I'm still working on that. I don't know if I'm going to even finish that. The ESP8266 might not be powerful enough to both send and receive audio, and I suspect I would have to do some hack like disable, basically switch the direction of audio transmission between the UBitx and the computer when you're transmitting versus receiving. So that's kind of in progress. It's a lot harder than the cat control and requires some custom programming. Luckily, however, the cat control doesn't require any custom programming on the computer side. So basically, as long as you have Linux, it's fairly easy. Windows, it's possible. I don't run Windows, so I know it's possible, but it's slightly more complicated. But essentially, all you need to do is run this command right here. This will be the IP address of the ESP8266, and this will be the COM port you want to use. And of course, this doesn't exist until you run this. It's important to use this command with these parameters. RAR means that it won't modify the binary data going through it, and it basically creates a very tight connection between this virtual serial port and the TCP web server created by the ESP8266. And this is just a command that is easy to install on Ubuntu and most other Linux distributions, and works quite well once you get this format working. This, when run with sudo, is going to create a root-owned serial port, and you'll have to allow everyone else to use that serial port with a chmod command. Basically, this just changes the permissions of that virtual serial port so that WSJTX can use it without being run as root. And of course, being a virtual serial port, the process for connecting with WJSTX is quite simple. You just connect to the serial port you want to use, just like you would if you had a USB cable to the UBitx, and I believe everything else here is exactly the same. You should just be able to click test cat and it should connect. So yeah, that's my current UBitx project. Obviously you could run the whole thing with a Wi-Fi controller, like the ESP8266, but that seems to work okay just running everything through the Nano right now. So thanks for watching. Bye.